Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Leading Change. My name is Emma, and I've got Helen with me, and we're going to be talking through some workforce trends and sort of some of the ripples that come from what we're seeing in the market today. But before I get to all the questions that I've got for you, Helen, can you give everybody an introduction?
Yeah, sure. Thanks a million for having me, Emma. My name is Helen Burke, and I am the founder and COO of Teambase.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me. So I mentioned this idea that we're going to be talking through workforce trends, but I wanted to kind of tap into a little bit of your personal experience first before we get to talking through some of the context of the other things that we've got planned for today. So can you share a little bit about how you're almost working multiple trends of hybrid and remote and all of these things mixed into one?
Yeah, sure. So I have a bit of an interesting background in transition, I guess, and I'm literally proof and living out those workforce trends, hybrid, remote, all of those sort of buzzwords that are flying around now, and very common working environments and trends that we see since the pandemic. So I moved back home from Dubai, having lived and worked over there for 9 years plus, almost 9 years. Then I moved back home and continue to work remotely for Teambase Dubai, remote here in Donegal, Ireland. I also work hybridly, and hybrid is work from home and in the office. So I work from home a couple of days a week, and then I come up here to GTech Gidor, it's the digital hub in my local area. So yeah, I sort of have the remote hybrid work all going on at once now. And it's great. I love it. I mean, we all know the benefits of hybrid and remote work. I mean, it gives you that sort of work-life balance that everybody's talking about and raving about, which is really important. You don't have the long commutes anymore, which is great because we've got this digital hub in my area. It takes me 10 minutes to get in here. Super convenient. I can come in whatever days and then work from home whatever days. And yeah, it's just amazing to have that flexibility.
But what I think is also really unique, just to add context for everybody else, is that you're still working remotely in that leadership position for Teambase Dubai as you start to run this hybrid organization out of Ireland. So you've got both happening at the same time, which I think is, many of us have been in the spot where maybe we worked remote for a while. Now we're hybrid, or, we're hybrid, then remote during the COVID era of things. But you're living both identities at the same time. And I'd love to hear from your perspective, especially looking at that remote leadership position, still working in that capacity. What have you found to be really valuable leadership tactics to kind of help you feel connected to that team in Dubai and still drive meaningful results?
Well, where I'm going to go with this one, Emma, is definitely technology helps. So technology is at the forefront since the pandemic. I mean, it allows people to work from anywhere, especially in a remote role. You need to be able to connect and communicate quickly and easily with your team. And technology just allows that and makes it happen. And basically eliminating barriers to communication and information. Again, tech tools play a huge role in that. I mean, it's so easy to just arrange a quick online call, jump on the call with the team and cover any topics, and then share all the information then seamlessly via various tools. So I would say technology is a major driver in remote leadership role, especially because you're in different time zones, different continents. Technology is the driving force behind it, I would say.
So for our last portion of this conversation, I want to take it in a little bit of a different direction that's going to tap on your day-to-day experience. And having been a hybrid employee that worked for a company close by to then working with an organization that was in a different state here in the US, I have my small little experience with this, but obviously working on a global scale, you've got a whole different perspective. But when we start to look at these remote working models or even hybrid working models where you've got people dispersed all over the world or all over your country, what does that do to the employee benefits space? And what kind of considerations do companies and individuals need to be making in this kind of like new world of working?
So that's a really interesting point, Emma. Really good question. It's actually all interconnected, I would say, or all interlinked, intertwined. Employees, we know that they want flexible work, remote and hybrid work. And this all ties into the overall benefits offering that organizations offer their employees. And some of the top 10 benefits in the UK and Ireland, based on our research, is flexible hours is up there, work from home hybrid options is up there, and then insurance ties into that as well. Medical insurance, life insurance, employee assistance programs are very, very important and up and coming. And we see a lot of organizations rolling out such programs where emphasis is on well-being of their employees. They roll out mental health support, whether that be access to an app such as Calm or other tools. They roll out stress programs, or they would bring in a speaker, whether that be how to tools and tactics to handle stress, alleviate stress, financial challenge support, pension, retirements. Again, the whole employee benefits realm or world is very much linked to the flexible work from home, the workforce trends that we have seen surge since the pandemic. That has actually changed the benefits that people care about and want now. There's more emphasis on mental health, more emphasis on medical life, and again, work-life balance. So the benefits people wanted a couple of years ago are not the same benefits that people want now. And this is really, really important for organizations and also in the insurance industry, carriers and brokers that are offering flexible benefits and employee benefits insurance products in general.
Thank you so much for joining me for the conversation, sharing a bit of your personal experience as well as your view coming from that space and employee benefits within the industry. If you're not already, make sure that you follow Helen. I will tell you she's got lots of great content about the balance between people and technology, which we all know is close to my heart. And certainly reach out to either one of us if you've got any questions. But otherwise, thank you again for joining me and have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thanks very much, Emma.
Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Leading Change. If you liked what you saw, be sure to subscribe and come back weekly for more expert interviews on digital transformation, change management, and emerging technologies.